Hello friends, welcome to a new video. And I wish to talk to you about the recent incidents of cheetahs that has been introduced from Namibia to India. As you very well know that Prime Minister Modi was very enthusiastic in introducing the cheetahs from Namibia to the Kunopalpur National Park in Madhya Pradesh. And cheetahs has been there in India, but they got officially extinct by around 1952. Earlier during the princely India and also during the Mughal age, the Maharajas and the Mughal emperors and even the local chieftains, they used to tame these cheetahs, and they were literally known as the hunting leopard, right? And the Asian cheetahs, by way they got extinct, and some way that is related to the Asian cheetahs is what we find in Iran, but that too are in very less number. And while we requested Iran also, they were reluctant in providing those cheetahs to us. So that's more of a cultural thing for the Iran. They have their even the cheetah in their jerseys also, the sports jerseys also. That's the reason why maybe they were reluctant to give it to India. But the thing is, like, how will cheetah be able to make a living in India? Will they be able to survive here? And these are the certain things that came to my mind. And many of the conservationists also had certain reservations regarding introducing cheetah to the wild. See, cheetah, unlike a leopard, is a fragile creature, and even in the grasslands also we very well know that it is very well harassed by the lions, at times killed by the lions also. And basically in the Indian jungles, right, yes, it's true that we have a considerable amount of grassland like structure in Kunopalpur, but the thing is, like, the prey base that the cheetahs they usually have, these are the smaller kind of prey base. For example, like the gazelles that they used to hunt in the African grasslands. Right? They cannot hunt a wild boar or any kind of huge sambar deer kind of things that are found in India. And second of all, a cheetah is not an ambush predator. That means in the Indian jungles, usually you see the leopard or the tiger. They don't chase these animals like at a stretch in 2-3 kilometers and get him like that, because even our grasslands in India, although savanna grasslands, are more of a bushy type of savanna grasslands, unlike you find in Namibia, Tanzania, Masai Mara and all. So those kinds of grasslands are not the kind of grasslands you find in India. So the two disadvantages the cheetahs have is, first of all, they are they used to run along with the prey for a long time, and they used to capture it and kill it. And first of all, that kind of a scenario, how it will be practically possible in India, seeing the bushy type of grasslands here, that is one thing. And the second and the most important thing is, like, the leopards, they were very successful because they can actually catch their prey and take it to the top of the tree, and that is how they used to even evade predators like tigers. And at the same time, at times when the higher predators like tigers used to attack, the leopards can do that. But the problem with the cheetah is this actually. First of all, it's a fragile creature, and second of all, it's not a good climber of trees. Even tiger is a better climber of trees than cheetahs. So these things make it very dicey for the cheetahs to actually survive with a very high apex predator like tiger. Will these cheetahs be killed off by the tigers? That's a question that needs to be answered. And at the same time, the government earlier, right, they were actually planning to introduce some of the lands from the Gir sanctuary into the Kunopalpur, because the reason is very simple. First of all, the Gir lands are overpopulated. At many times when you see the videos in the YouTube, you can find many of the lions roaming around in the streets, and many are killing the domestic cattle. So it has rather become a problem for the local public also. So it's high time that some of the Gir lands be transferred to the Kunopalpur, from the Gujarat to the Madhya Pradesh. But that was stalled due to, say, many government interests. So rather than introducing cheetah, it would have been a nice thing by the government if they would have actually transferred some of the Gir land population from the Gujarat to the Madhya Pradesh. But there also, even there were certain apprehensions, because even the lands, I used to see a documentary regarding that. In it, there was this particular point that has been pointed out, that see, Asiatic land is comparatively of less of a strength. I mean, 50, at least it is 50 kg less than that of a tiger. Tiger is, as you know, it is a biggest and say strongest in the cat family. So there was a chance that even some of these lands could be killed by the tigers. So if that is the situation with the Asiatic lion, how can you, and you have to understand lions always move around in prides, but cheetahs are mostly solitary hunters. It's true that even two, three of the cheetahs initially used to hunt together, maybe males, but at some point of time they again become solitary. So in such a kind of a scenario, how will these cheetahs be able to survive in Kuno Palpur with an apex predator like tiger is something that needs to be seen in this context. But time will tell as time progresses whether we can see these 8 cheetahs will survive or will they be able to replenish a cheetah population here. But this as a project should have been done with much more studies and much more expert opinion. That's all I wanted to say, and thank you for listening to my video. Hope to see you more of you, and if you have any suggestions, please do mention it in the comments below. Please do subscribe the channel as well. Thank you.